come on, Crispy, you need to help me do this. You're a pro at writing lyrics.
Find your pen and paper.
Can we go? I'll borrow yours. Oh. Okay. What's all this stuff?
Me not smoke 19 if me not do
What?
You know. Do it.
Mina, what?
Me
Wait.
not smoke 19 if me not roll it.
Where? One
I'll
of
try
those
this
bad
one.
belly.
Try this one. Can you see?
But you have to sing for me to get the
You
melody.
made that rap daily comedy and judge love. Comedy and judge love. Made that rap daily comedy.
You know what? I'm not going to put you through this stress. So while Crispy and I sit down and work on the lyrics to deliver you an amazing track that Eddie has built for us, let's take a quick stop with our guest today, COBHAMS. I've had the pleasures of spending some time with him personal. I had dinner at his house, yes. And I learned one thing: appreciate where you are in life. Do not disregard any trials you come through, and do not disregard any difficulties you face. Now, COBHAMS is a man I admire for his talent and for his art. Let's check out COBHAMS Asukwa. It takes most a lifetime to become a household name. But today with me, I've got one, and he's taken just 12 years to build an amazingly respected brand in the music industry. And he is a great singer, though he doesn't love to admit it. COBHAMS.
Hey. What's going on, Pamela? How are you?
Fine. It's lovely to be with you again.
It's lovely to be with you again.
Last time I was at your house. We ate some great meals.
I know.
I'm still salivating over them. All the way from Cameroon, we're in Vegas.
I know. Cameroon to Nigeria is a real collaboration, man. That's what I'm talking about.
I know you've been dreaming about coming to Cameroon.
I have, and I absolutely have to. I want to come. I so want to come.
What do you look forward to the most?
I don't know what it is. I think it's the. I've heard so much about the social life, about so maybe the music, the life, the language, the food, just everything. You know, that experience. You know, the experience that is non-Nigerian, that is intrinsically Cameroonian. I want it. You know, just how people switch easily from English to French.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, I love it. I love it.
For such a great artist that you are, what do you know about Cameroonian music?
I don't know a lot, shamefully. I don't know a lot. I wish I did. I don't know a lot about Cameroonian music. I know Richard Bona.
Yes.
I love, I've been keeping his albums, Sings From My Life, Tiki, Munya, all of that stuff. And I listen to him, I know Henri de Conge.
Yes.
So wait a minute, I do know quite a bit of Cameroonian music. You gotta give that to me. I love Amumio.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, that's my jam. I love it.
Wow. I wouldn't ever think in the world that you know that song.
I do know that song.
Way back.
I think my favorite song of that album is C'est la vie.
La vie, oh, la vie, la vie, oh la la.
I love. Henri de Conge is special. Come on, man, I'm in the zone. I got Cameroon in me, guys.
I'm looking forward to introducing you to Cameroonian food as well. So.
I would love. Yeah, I know Nguyen.
Come on, you know so much.
I'm on top, man.
I'm underestimating you.
Don't play.
You might just be the one to teach me a few things.
Don't play. I'm on top.
We're talking about Africa a little while ago and how the younger generation should be striving through to make the world a better place and be more positive. You're very positive in the messages that you carry in your music.
Mm-hmm.
What's special to you about being positive in the world now?
What's special to me? Well, first of all, I think music is, a tool for social change, for alignment, for reformation, whatever it is you want to call it.
Yeah.
And as a musician, I think that my music is completely worthless if it doesn't make a difference in terms of how it affects life, in terms of how it I'm mandated to be positive.
Do you have any interest in politics? Because recently I heard a track you did with Falls, which had a major social influence, but a few political connotations.
I do have interest in politics, and I hope that someday, myself and other people like me are able to just redirect our course as a continent and move us in the right direction in terms of how we value leadership and how we value serving as leaders and all these other interesting things. I think it's a conversation we need to start having, and I think that's why it's important for me as a musician to generate the right conversation going forward with my music.
I've been very intrigued by your music for quite some time now. I remember the first time I came across something you did was Maganoni P. That's the first time I was like, okay, this is really interesting, And then again, when I found out you were visually impaired, I was even more intrigued to discover your story. They say when one of the senses impaired, it heightens the others. Do you think that has helped you become better and stronger than the average producer?
Okay, first of all, generally I prefer to say blind because I think visual impairment is visual weakness. And I think a lot of people think that when you say blind, they're being rude. Blind, quite honestly. I don't think it comes with, losing. It's not a package. It's not like, okay, well, you know what, I've taken this one, so I'm just going to give you half and half and half and a quarter and a fifth here and there so that you can smell better, taste better, touch better, whatever.
Yeah.
I think it's how you become dependent on your other senses and choose to put them to use. And I think anybody can do that.
At what point did you realize the real...
This is kind of bad. I'm demystifying my... You know what? Guys, because I can't see, I have the third ear. So I can hear beyond 25 kilohertz. Same frequency as dogs. Don't talk stuff around me. I probably can hear it.
At what point did you realize the real implications of being blind? For me, we use that because you're okay with it.
I'm 100% okay with it. Where did I realize?
The real implications, yeah.
When my friends started stealing their father's cars and coming to pick up my other friends who were girls, and I realized I couldn't do the same thing. I was like, oh man, this sucks. Oh man, I'm serious.
Yeah.
So I can't steal the car and drive and come and pick up.
And pick up waves and head out.
Yeah, it sucked. But I was like, you know what? I'll get a driver. And that's much better. I'm like, if you had a limo, you wouldn't drive yourself now, would you?
Take me through it.
You'd be chauffeur driven. That's the life.
The thought process when you're putting a track together, when you're putting music, I'd say, together, what goes through your mind in that moment when you're creating something? How do you know it's going to be beautiful?
So it never really starts in the studio. It starts with me just walking around. Motion generally gives me inspiration. So I'm moving about, pacing up and down in my room, getting on a plane, a train, my car, whatever. Just anything that gives me some sense of motion.
Yeah.
I do the things I need to do to be inspired. So that's how it works for me. And then I kind of, from there, it begins to, go into the breakdown of the music, the bass, the drums, all of that. And then it just sort of crystallizes into what, the final song is. So I have done a lot of homework before I come into the studio and start creating music.
And I noticed you pay keen attention to your style as well, because when we came here, like, I wish I'd worn a suit. I'm too casual.
Yeah, when I come into the studio to make music, I'm a bum. All I have in my mind is, the music on my mind is music I want to make. So, you're coming here with lights and camera and action, and you're looking all,
I'm in a t-shirt.
All did.
Flip
looking all did. Flip-flops, that doesn't take it away from you. Man. You're
now
all
I'm blushing.
Yeah, so I now look like your houseboy.
How can you say that?
I look like your houseboy. I got work for you. I'm working for you right now. Why not? Look at this man interviewing. Keep it with
I'm so full of laughter. I can't believe it. I'd like you to share a word of positivity, a word of encouragement and inspiration to all the young people out there who feel like hope is lost or almost lost right now, especially with all the challenges we're facing.
I will say it is possible. And I'm not just saying it is possible because I'm trying to preach at you. I'll say it is possible because I come from a long way. And I've had so many things stacked against me. And I have managed to surmount them. And I think that, if I can do it, look, it's being blind and being born in the 80s in Africa. It's quite and then aspiring to do things like music production when you haven't had as many people follow that path, it can be tricky. But I chose to do it, and so I've learned from that and from many other experiences that it is possible. So I think that if you give love, if you stay positive, if you believe that it can happen, it doesn't matter where you're coming from, it will happen for you. Yeah.
Well, I understood that you kicked off from law.
Yes,
Studying law to music, the transition. What happened?
I don't know if it was so much of a transition because I've always done music, so it's been a part of me, and I just realized that if I was going to, make the mark that I feel like I've been destined to make on this earth, I had to choose, the quickest path to it, and for me, in many ways, that happens to be music.
What are some of the most beautiful things in your life right now?
My wife and my son, they're just beautiful. The music that I make, especially when I make music with people, that's beautiful. The people I make music with, my friends, the people who work with me, the fact that our relationship goes beyond a work relationship, I feel like we're friends. I can be vulnerable with them. I like the fact that I can be vulnerable. I think that's beautiful. Yeah, so there are many beautiful things in my life. I don't have everything I want. I like a G6. Yeah, so I can fly across the world.
I hope you carry me in it.
I'm working towards it. I'm on my way. I'd like a G6, that's for sure.
I'm praying for you to get it because I'll be a passenger in it. To say being able to see for a day would probably be the most obvious wish right now, but what would you love for and wish for more than that, more than the ability to see?
I don't think it's the most obvious wish for me. I don't really. It's not really. It's on my wish list because of other people, not because of me.
Okay.
I couldn't really care, quite honestly. Look, I have a great life. I have a great life. You define your life really. What is what. Having a great life is not necessarily having all the money in the world or having all of this or that, Thankfully, I don't starve. I love my cars. I love, my family, like I said. I have a pretty decent life. I think that's good. I want more. I definitely want more. Yeah. I think my biggest wish would be to be allowed to make 5 more wishes.
And what would those 5 be?
1, that World War III wouldn't happen in my time. 2, that I'd live to be somewhere near 115.
Amen.
And live it in good health.
Yeah.
At least for the better part of it. 3, the guarantee that I will make all the money that I know that I want to make in this life. Not necessarily just because I want to have a lot of money and stack it up, but because I feel like I'm a conduit and I feel like there's so many people tied to me. And I'm a channel of blessing to them. And sometimes it gets a little frustrating when you can't really do all the things you want to do when you want to do it. 4, I want to be able to make and put out more music than I keep in my locker. Most producers have more music in their drives than they have out sometimes. 5, it would be the ability to make 5 more wishes.
That's cheating. Yes, because you've had 5 and then now, so plus 5, that's 9 wishes out of 1.
If you only knew.
That's a good secret. Thanks, COBHAMS. You're a beautiful soul. I love sharing this moment with you. You're very much on social media. So.
I am. And I always have interesting things going, so you should check me out.
Thanks, love, for having us in your space. And we're looking forward to building greater things with you and to listening to amazing music.
Absolutely, you bet.
I hope you enjoyed our studio session. My single is coming out soon. My stolen single is coming out soon. Or maybe I should just convince the boys to hand it over. It's been Eddie Dre on the beats, Crispy, the lyricists of life that I begged and I used and I took advantage of, and Miss P on the roll. Join us on our social media platforms on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at The Miss P Show. Until next time, I'm Miss P and I'm Simply Deep.
Good